Hello and welcome to Relationship Soup. I'm your host, Lisa Hughes. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Are y'all staying hydrated? Do y'all got y'all electrolytes together in this beautiful warm weather we having? How y'all doing? Well, anyway, I hope you all are doing well. My week is off to a fantastic start. I cannot complain. So anyway, thank y'all so much for being here. I see your questions. This show works like every other show, right? Put your comments in the thread and I'll bring it up. So anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining me. Whether you are watching me live on Facebook, on YouTube, or you watching a replay, I see you, I love you, and I appreciate you. All right, y'all. So y'all already know before I bring on this dynamic guest tonight, y'all know I got some housekeeping. Y'all know I got to get this housekeeping on done right before we get into our conversation tonight. So anyway, you all know that you should be liking, subscribing across all platforms. You already know that already. On YouTube is Relationship Soup, period. You got to put the period or you're going to be somewhere else. If you want to follow me, if you want to join the forum, right, it's Relationship Soup Group, right? Get in there, y'all. It was something I seen earlier today that was hilarious. But anyway, get in the forum. Relationship Soup Group. If you want to follow me, is Relationship Soup LLC. I think I just like to say that, right? Maybe I need to change the order, right? But anyway, so make sure that you're doing that. And of course, hello, me. This is my 100-page picture affirmation book for children. Give a baby a gift, the gift of positive words today, right? I'm telling y'all, this book has been so well received, and especially in this day and time, it is so important to have a positive sense of self and to be able to speak life. Hello Me does that. So definitely get you a copy for that grandbaby, for your kids, for your niece, nephew, grandbaby, whatever. Hello Me is available. Actually, it's available at the Children's Museum here in Indianapolis, Indiana. You can get it on Amazon. So just check it out. It's on all kind of platforms, y'all. Hello Me is out there, and it is impacting these babies' lives in a positive way. All right, y'all. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I do see your comments. I do see your comments. All right, so here we are. Happy Tuesday. Yes, happy Tuesday to you too, Dino. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate that. Jay Desiree, you don't miss. Thank you so much for joining me because I always appreciate you joining. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this episode. And, on this show, we talk about relationships of all kinds, right? It's not just romantic. It's not just dating. It's not just, it's a relationship of all kinds. So relationship with self and stuff like that. So today, this conversation isn't just about credit. We're talking about a relationship with finances, with access, with all of that, helping others, right? We get into all of that, right? And I'm going to let my dynamic guest break it down here in a minute. But anyway, my guest today is Jim E. Mack, aka Mr. Everything. Yes, Mr. Everything. You heard me right? Right? And he gonna let you know too. So what I love about Mr. Everything is that he didn't just learn the system, y'all. He did not just learn the system. He learned how to help other people move differently, because let's just be honest. When it comes to finances, credit, we've all heard the conversations out there. Some of us just wasn't taught the rules. We don't know how to move. Well, what I love about Mr. Everything, he helps people to move differently. He helps people to get access, to have power, because credit is power. Credit is access, right? So anyway, through taxes, credit restoration, financial education, he is helping people stop leaking money, right? And start building structure. Gotta love that. So this is not hype, no shortcuts, structure. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and bring on my guest. So if you have any questions, of course, put it in the chat. We're going to get it in there. I got some questions. And of course, Mr. Everything is going to share some things with us. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring on Mr. Wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. Bop. What's going on with you people? How's everybody in here?
Look, Gucci. Look, that's one of my favorite things to say. Like, yeah, I'm Gucci, right? Doing very well. Very, very well. Yes. So, yes, absolutely. Cash is power. Look, there we are. Bop.
Bop.
Bop, right? So keep your comments coming in the thread. I will bring them on. Okay, so keep them coming, and we gonna have a conversation. So anyway, thank you so much for being a guest today, and I'm just so appreciative that you're willing to share your truths today. So let's go ahead and get into it. You ready?
But thank you for having me.
Yes. All right. So let's
I'm
go.
ready.
Let's go ahead and get into it. Now I do have kind of a delay. I don't know what's going on with my carrier, so y'all just be patient with me. All right, boom. So the man behind the business, the Mr. Wonderful, right? Well,
Everything.
Mr. Wonderful and Mr. Everything, right? Mr. Everything. So before the business, who were you?
Before the business?
Yes, before you got into business and helping others, who were you?
Well, I think I was always a person that was striving to be my best self in whatever way that I knew how to be. You know what I mean? I always was, a hustler before I learned business. You know what I mean? But I was always trying to do, some the wrong things in the right ways. You know what I mean? And always looking for the right way to do the right thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I was also like in the music business.
That's
very, very prominent in the music business.
Okay. You want to tell us about that? A little something, plug us a little bit.
I started probably in the music world probably when I was like 14 years old. I had several songs on the radio, a couple of them national. One of them was We Raw. That's what people, in Indianapolis know me by. I had several songs on the radio. And just we had our success, and then we ran into some hiccups. I kind of fell back from music and started trying to find a way to maintain my life, my family, and then I got into becoming an entrepreneur. I got into the entrepreneurship because I was not only looking for a way to maintain my family and myself, but I was looking for some spiritual enlightenment. Came across the Nation of Islam. One of the things that they teach there is do for self. You know what I mean? Self-employment, and that's where I picked up on that, and the rest is what you see.
I love that. I love that. Whenever I talk to artists or people in the music industry, like I always share this story, right? So a long time ago, I made a beat like on Fruity Loops, Reasons or whatever. Like,
okay, come on now.
It was a minute ago, right? Because I've had my little experience in the studio. I don't sing or nothing like that. More of a spectator, but I learned a few things.
Was you a let me find out you was a rapper.
In my other life, I was.
Okay. All right. So what was you doing in the studio?
Well, actually, I have a cousin that was like he definitely was in that realm, if you will. Like he's done a lot of producing stuff, probably similar to you, this radio level, national level stuff. And so
right.
At the time I was in Atlanta and he was there, he's like, hey, come on, cuz. So I'm in there with Jazzy Faye, all these different people that I was able to
you
meet.
You was in there.
So then even locally, I kind of ran in those circles too. And I worked in radio for a minute. That's a different kind of studio, but I kind of had my little experience.
Okay. Okay, then.
All right. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and see what else we're going to talk about. So, what problem in our community bothered you enough to do something about it? Because I know just from our conversations and stuff like that, you help people, right? So what problem in our community bothered you enough to be like, I got to do something about that?
Well, Lisa, I'm going to say I try to help people. I do my best to help people. Sometimes you can offer help, but if a person not ready to help themselves, it ain't going to be received. You know what I mean?
Really.
And all of that come in with the mindset. But I have a 501c3 nonprofit organization I started called Single Mothers Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And I started that because, I mean, it wasn't even a nonprofit when I started. I think one of my cousins was having some trouble with the kid, and I was with their child, and I was like, well, damn, where the father at? Yeah, she started telling me this, and the third, and I was like, damn, you know, uh, I didn't like that. You know what I mean? I had come to realize that it was a lot of mothers struggling to raise kids by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I started just looking into it because I was like, damn, is this your situation or is that how it is? I had to think about how it was for me coming up. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And I was like, damn, it's really like that. And somebody got to do something about it. So I just started trying to do whatever I could to help out, in the community, wherever I could, you know. Because,
Absolutely.
so I
Absolutely.
started, donating diapers, and it just grew. It just grew, I started off just I would go and get I knew some people who did the couponing thing. So we would put baskets together and give them away, stuff like that. And then it just took off. From there, so many people have gotten their rent paid, given cars donated to them, bills paid, just an onslaught of just helping. It just took off. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
grateful for that.
I love
Shout
that.
out to shout out to Single Mothers Rock. If anybody is on here from Single Mothers Rock, put Bop Bop in the chat one time. If you are, if you're not, we ain't gonna worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, we got
Okay, here we go.
to go. So
Here we go.
welcome at IVH 3122. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, they out
Bop
here.
Bop. There we go.
Thank you so much for joining us. Is that Giovanni? Yeah,
Giovanni. Yeah.
appreciate you. Thank you.
There go
Yeah,
another one. Look, Vicky. Hey, what's up, Vicky?
we love it.
Hey, Miss Martin.
Miss
they are,
Martin, thank you for
they
joining
on
us.
here.
I
They
see.
on here.
Hey,
My
they coming
people.
up. They coming up. They said, hey.
There they go. There go my people. I see you, Miss Tisha. Ashley, I see y'all. Come on now. Bop bop one time.
Yes,
They
absolutely.
still going.
Angela, yes. Look, I said
That's what
Angela.
I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. All right. So I know
That's
that
my people. That's my tribe right there. I
that's
love
your
y'all.
tribe.
Yeah, I love y'all. Y'all know I love
I
y'all.
love it. We love RGM. He really the GOAT. I love it.
Bop bop.
So, hey, Derek, thanks so much for joining us. Derek says, I met, look, Mr. Everything a few times, once through my uncle, Wes G.
Shout out to Wes.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna ride for y'all too, Miss Martin. You hear me? You know I am.
I love it. That's support. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. All right. So we do have a couple of questions in the audience. So I'm gonna bring one of these on before I ask you my next question. So Sandra says, how hard was it for you to stay focused on your goals? Or how hard was it to stay focused on your goals?
It's still hard, Miss Martin. It's still hard. Like it all come down to your mindset at the end of the day. How bad do you want it? Are you serious? You know what I mean? It's so many things that I strive to do. Every
Mm-hmm.
day I wake up, I'm studying in those things and so that I can accomplish those goals. And life is a distraction. It's so many things go on in a day that can distract you. It's just all about will you allow it to distract you? You know what I mean? Or are you going to focus on achieving your goal?
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard. It's hard. It's as hard for me as it is for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to set that intention because
Yeah. Yeah.
the adversity is going to hit, the distractions is going to hit, and it just, prioritizing all that and setting the intention, that's one of the things right there.
Yeah, the your mind is your most powerful tool.
Yes, it
You know,
is.
it all
Absolutely.
start right there. All success comes from right there. When you make up your mind, this is what I'm gonna do, and you serious, and you will be challenged, but you have to keep going, and keep pushing, keep
Absolutely.
pushing, and
Absolutely.
you'll look up and be like, "Damn, I did that."
Okay. Absolutely. All right. So let me go ahead and ask you a couple more questions. Keep your questions coming. I will bring it on. All right. So let's see here. So, all right. So for this part, why do you think so many people are afraid to talk about money? Like really talk about money? Or do you?
I know people are afraid to talk about it, and I think that the real truth is because they don't want to they may not want to expose their current positioning with money. That could
Mhm.
be one of the reasons. Because if we start having a conversation about money, me and you're probably gonna know something that I don't, or I'm probably gonna know something that you don't, and then your financial intellect will be exposed. You see what I'm saying? And don't nobody want to look no kind of way, especially about when it comes to their quality of life or being able to provide for their family. You know what I mean? That
That's
type of stuff. That's what we all out here for. You know what I'm saying? So if you appear inadequate in that in that space, it says a lot about you. So people don't even want to. A lot of people want to shy away from it.
mhm.
You know.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. What's the biggest credit myth people still believe? What's the
The
biggest,
biggest credit myth.
yes, that people still believe, just as per your
That's
experience?
I don't know because the credit world is changing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, one myth. If we talking about a myth, I'm not gonna say it's a myth, but I'll say one of the biggest mistakes that people make is thinking that because they working on their credit that it's okay to start applying for stuff in the middle of you working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I got the answer for you. The biggest credit myth that people still believe is that your score means that you can go and get whatever you want. You can have an 800 credit score and not have a profile. You can have an 800 credit score because you don't have any credit, and the only credit that's showing up is something that was positive, well, not an 800, but a high credit score.
Mm-hmm.
And and then you go and try to apply for something big and get denied and not understand why, and it's because your profile is not big enough. You have to have a history
Mm-hmm.
of credit reporting, and then you have to have a certain amount of um credit, you know different credit outlets, you know what I'm saying, different accounts. You see what I'm saying? Like maybe 4 or 5 credit cards, a car, maybe something else, this, that, or whatever is on there. It need to be, the more stuff that's on there, the thicker your profile, and the more you're showing the lenders, whoever you applying to for credit for, uh, or through, you're showing them that you could be trusted with money. You know what I mean? You're showing them that you're good. That's what the whole credit word is about. If I give you some money, are you going to take care of it? Will you pay me back on time? You know? And
You know,
so go ahead.
no, I have a delay. What were you saying?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So speaking of that, right?
Hmm.
Because I like to say that I am responsible, right? And
Hmm.
so I had gotten my car, a few years ago or whatever. And so I was just like, yo, I'm tired of having a car payment. I'm gonna pay it off. So I just paid it off. But I paid it off early and my
Yeah.
credit score fell. And I was just like, y'all got your
Well,
money.
so your credit score fell because you had an obligation to pay this much money per month, and
Mhm.
then I don't, and you went against that, even though it was for the better, you know.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I bet you your credit score went back up later. You see what I'm
It
saying?
It did, but they be playing with me. Man, we gonna have to talk because they
So
be playing.
I mean, it's people that need to hear it. Like unless you don't want to discuss it right now.
Oh no, it's fine. No, it's
How do they play with you?
because it goes up a couple points, then it goes back down. You know, okay, so as far as like,
Would you like for me to elaborate on that?
yes, please do. Please elaborate on that.
Everybody credit score do that.
Okay.
Sometimes some of the credit accounts that we have, like excuse me, certain credit cards,
Mm-hmm.
they may be on a variable rating, and then your variable rate depends on the stock market. So
Uh-huh.
that's going to your rate is going to affect your how much money you have spent and how much you paid off is going up and down. You see what I'm saying? And everybody's credit score goes up and down. That's just one reason it does that. You see
Okay.
what I'm saying? There's
Mhm.
multiple reasons.
Okay.
And you got different, so in different credit again, so different. Okay, I'm about to give you another instance. Different credit cards report at different times.
Mhm.
So yeah, so your debt to ratio is different at this reporting time, and when it reports, sometimes you up here, sometimes you're down there. And then another one, a report that you paid on time, and boom, now you back up a couple points. But keep in mind, when they do that and
Mhm.
everything is up to par, it's only fluctuating a few points, and those little few points ain't really gonna hurt you when you go to doing whatever you do. Whatever you
Okay.
want to get, you still can get. It's not really going to affect you. What really affects you is paying on time. Your history is going, and making sure you haven't missed no payments. As long as you have a good standing, the number is going to fluctuate. They always everybody credit score fluctuates.
Okay.
Nobody credit score. Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody's credit score stays at 789 or whatever. You know.
Mhm. That makes sense. So we do have some questions. All right. So let's see here. So Tyra Brandon says, "What is the best way to build business and personal credit?"
What's up, Tyra? How you doing? Um, so I have a course, of course.
Hey,
I
we
used
gonna.
to sell I used to sell this course for like $5.99, but
Mhm.
I'm rebranding them all, and I'll be putting them out there for like $97. Really want to just see y'all win. But it that question has multiple answers. If your personal credit is not good, you can build your business credit without your personal social security number. You can base it all off your EIN. And there's a step-by-step process that you have to go through to do that. It's not hard, but it's simple, but it's not easy.
Okay.
Okay. It's easy to follow, but it's not easy to do. Well, it takes a lot. It just takes a lot. It's a lot of doing.
That makes.
Everything is actually easy to do, but to maintain it all at once, it's just gonna take some work, and you got to be willing to work. I can go through it real fast for you. If Are you asking how to build personal credit or business credit? It seems like both.
Mhm.
We'll be here all night with that one.
So
Um,
that sounds like she needs to make an appointment with you.
yeah.
Okay. So that's what we'll
Look,
do.
you just get slid on in there with the brilliance. Yeah. How about you?
Okay.
Hey Tyra, if you
Yes.
if you inbox me or reach out to me, we can set up a consultation, and I'll walk you through it. Okay?
Okay. Thank you for joining us, Tyra. We
You
appreciate
just slid on in there with the set it
it.
up.
Hold on. All right. So, this is really good right here. So,
What's that?
let's see here.
Hold
All
on.
right. So it's Tyra again. Thank you, beautiful, for look for the questions and stuff. So it says that God knows because I was thinking about paying mine off as well. So this is going back to the car.
I think she meant that's good to know.
Okay. Oh, that's good to know. And does it
Mhm.
matter how early for that? Because if I were to pay a month extra each year, would that still have the same effect?
It will affect your credit score because you signed an agreement to pay so much every month. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And you not doing what you said, even though it's in your favor. You know what I mean? But when it goes to the credit, your credit will go down. But like I said, it will go up again because you won't have no derogatory marks except that you paid that off in advance. And that's not derogatory,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But reach out to me, Tyra.
Absolutely. And we will have, I'll definitely have you plug your platforms, emails, and all that. We'll put it in the thread so that everyone can
Okay,
have
so y'all see my name, Jimmy Mac Live. This is like that on all platforms.
all
Just
platforms.
spelled just like that, everything. I'm easy to find. Bye
Okay.
bye.
All right, so let's see here. What else do I want to ask you? Um, what's one financial mistake costing families thousands of dollars every year, would you say? One financial mistake costing families thousands of dollars every year.
Hmm. Well, uh, oh, that's a
It's
lot. It could be a lot of different things right there. Because
absolutely.
sometimes them trips y'all be going on because you know what I'm saying? Budgeting, not having a budget, not knowing how to set up a budget. Some people don't even really know how much money they make, how much money they spent this week, where
Mhm.
my money go. You ever ask yourself, where did the money go? I mean, we all been there, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like, man, wait a minute. By the time
Yeah, man.
yes,
Where did I spend $270 at? You know what I mean? But that's because we not really keeping track of our money, you
right.
know? And I also think that you know, I think one of the things that costs us money is the fact that we not exploring all options to make more money. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I
Mm-hmm.
think that all of us got something in us where we could sell or something about us that we can capitalize on. You see what I'm saying? Like you and your podcast, somebody can cook real good. I think that lady that just got off here, she can cook real good if I ain't mistaken. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? We can everything can be made money off of. There's people with food trucks, there's people that sell food out their house. There's money being made out here. So I think not capitalizing on multiple streams of revenue, not in some people save money, some people invest money, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and that will cost you money. Saving don't work no more. You need
Absolutely.
to invest. You need to figure out how to bring more money into your home.
Yeah, you definitely speaking to me because I can say my father was a saver. So, he taught us, spend half, save half, all of that. Like, very old school. But you are absolutely correct. That investment piece is huge. Is huge. Um,
Absolutely.
so what's one thing for everybody that's listening? What's one thing they could do this week to improve their financial future? Just one thing.
One thing that you could do, uh, I invest in myself. You know what I mean? I'll take risk on myself.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I would just say is don't be scared to invest in yourself. But before you do, study. You know, get your
Mm-hmm.
you want to put prime your mind to get ready to invest in yourself. You working a job is great. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with working a job, but only working a job can be a problem. We need multiple streams of revenue. We need income to come in. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that right though? You
That's
know?
very
Um,
true. I agree
so
with
so I think that the universe, the creator, God, Jesus, Allah, Yahweh, Yahshua, whatever your thing is,
that. Mm-hmm.
that entity puts something in you that you're supposed to give to the world. And when you're giving it to the world, you're supposed to be profiting off of it too. You know what I mean? It will help you sustain yourself. So I think that we all need to figure out what it is that we're supposed to be doing. Find your purpose is what I'm trying to say. You
I
know,
love absolutely.
and invest in your purpose.
I love that.
Invest in yourself.
I love it. All right, so let's see here. Crystal MC Garcia, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you. Is there any benefit to using apps like Acorn?
Yes, there can be, as long as you don't misuse it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But you know, again, you are the biggest benefit. You know what I'm saying? You know, figure out what is in you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, apps like Acorn, some of those apps can help you, you know. Some of them look like they can help you and end up being a trap. So it just depends on, you know, the app.
Okay, good. So Ashley says, just answer my question about making good investments and knowing if it was a good idea. I love that. All right, so Derek says, how are you planning to adjust investments and finances with all the coming changes the powers that be are pushing? Growing food, investing in tech, something else.
I wish I could. I wish I could take this computer to my backyard and show you. I'm growing a garden right now. You know what I
Really?
mean? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cucumbers, tomatoes, all that. You know what I mean? But that's something I always wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get heavily involved in the fear mongering that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of that stuff we're not even gonna be able to do too much about. You know, it's a lot of that we're not gonna be able to defend. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and what we can do is every day work hard to build our own empire, our own structure, our own uh our own surrounding that take care of us. You know what I mean? And you know that's what I'm on. You know, um, keep some money going, keep some currency going, uh, and pay attention to the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I would do is watch where they are putting their money. It might be a little bit, it might be a play in there, but I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't invest too heavily in anything but myself again.
I love that. That makes sense. All right, so let's see here because I know there was some comments here. All right, so Ashley says, what advice would you have for someone who is trying to find their way in life?
Get off the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Get off and I say that because, get off the internet, learn to meditate
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because you have to find your way. That way that you're trying to find is just for you. And while you're on the internet scrolling, that's everything coming from every which way but your own self. When you put that phone down and you turn the lights out and you will focus on your breathing, that's when you connect with the cosmos. You connect with the universe. You connect with God, Jesus, Allah, Yahweh, Yahshua, whatever it is that you know in your heart. You know what I mean? So like to unplug, just unplug from everything and go inside yourself because you have the answers to all your questions inside of you.
Oh, I love that. I was just I was having a conversation with my mom and I was telling her, Mama, I need to detox because I fast pretty regularly and stuff like that. And so I was like, Mama, I was literally just having this conversation last night. I said, I need to detox with this social media thing for a minute, right? Because I'm feeling overwhelmed, if you will.
Overtaken almost.
Overtaken, overstimulated, overwhelmed. And it's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
look, because I already feel like I'm walking in purpose. Look, walking in purpose on purpose, but it just gets so overwhelming with all that comes to you. Because even if you think about and like, I don't know, just scrolling for 30 minutes, how much information, how
Yeah,
much, you know what I
yeah.
mean, have you taken in just 30 minutes? of just scrolling, you know.
On top of that, not to
Mhm.
cut you off, pardon the body, but how much of that wasn't even for you for real? Don't got nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? It's not even for me. It's not even about the help, nothing I'm trying to do. This is meant to keep me from finding my way. Like Ashley's asking. This is here strictly to keep me from finding my way. Because
Mhm.
I can't focus on me when I'm scrolling and looking at everybody else doing their thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm so glad that you brought that to the forefront. And that's even confirmation as well. Just yeah, it's very important to
It, it,
unplug.
go ahead.
And that meditation piece, that praying piece is everything because the answers really are in you. They really.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I promise. Bye
Absolutely.
bye. There you go.
All right, so let's see here. Let's see here. So Derek says, I haven't been rapping, doing poetry, or teaching history and politics. I apologize. Okay. Okay.
Wait, do you do that, Derek?
Derek, do you do I know about the poetry thing, Derek. So the rest, do you do that?
If that's something that you used to do that you haven't been doing, maybe you should start. You
Mhm,
know, maybe
mhm.
that, because I don't think that we get the talents and gifts that we get for no reason.
Absolutely.
But sometimes life start lifing on us, and we have to put we feel like we got to put some of this stuff down
Absolutely.
because we got to get some order. Yeah, but I don't think we're supposed to walk away from the gifts and the talents. When we're going through tough times or whatever it is, I think that we're supposed to grab on to those things and implement them into our talents,
Mhm,
to make our talents flourish a little bit harder. Like if I was struggling or something, when I was struggling and I backed away from the music, I probably was supposed to put that struggle in my music. You know what I mean?
mhm, mhm. I can see that. That makes sense.
So come on, Derek, get back on it, brother.
Yes. All right. Let's see here. So we got Powered Up. Thanks for joining us, Powered Up. We really appreciate you. All right. So let's see here. We have another question. I asked my question when the live very first started, and it was asking about good relationships and how to keep them in good standings before my phone died. Can you give me some insight on that? Also, what is a good way to be mindful of each other's goals, even if they aren't the same goal? Good question.
Well, uh, Dino Nuggets, Nugget Survivor. I always say that you might not like this answer, but I always say that the best relationship that you can have is with yourself and your creator. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, y'all don't cuss on here, do y'all? So
Yeah,
I my huh?
you do you. You do
Okay.
you.
Well, my favorite saying is you can get the fuck on for free. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
that don't mean cut off nobody. That don't
Right.
mean that.
Hmm.
But what that means to me is I have a way of tapping into to myself and what's best for me.
Hmm.
And I can't I can't sacrifice that. I can't jeopardize that for somebody else's happiness at this moment or at any moment for real. I can't, because I feel like I found my purpose. And when
Hmm.
I'm in my purpose, you either coming over here to assist with this or you getting the fuck on don't cost a dime. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Um, I don't know if I'm getting off of what you're trying to get to, but I just want to say that just go inside yourself first. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And ask yourself is what you're supposed to what you're looking for, are you getting it? You know what I mean? Is that what's happening? And if it ain't, maybe y'all need to talk, you know, and figure out if it's time for everybody to go their separate ways or not. But I'm not pushing for your relationship not to work, but I'm just pushing for your relationship with yourself and your creator to work first.
Oh, I love that. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see here. So Derek says, yep, I'm out of order, but doing the work to take off like never before. I love that.
Long as you doing the work, bro, you're gonna see it come together like butt cheeks. Wham.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So, what's the most emotional moment you've had that you've experienced helping someone? So, what's the most emotional moment that you've had helping someone, or that you've experienced helping someone?
Okay, Lisa, I I do my best to stay out of my emotions. You know what I mean? I don't really my my daughter gets so mad at me because I'm not emotional like that. You
Mhm.
know, I just don't really, it's not my thing. I know so it's been a lot of stuff that has happened
Mhm.
where
Mhm.
I'd be like, dang, you know, mentally, logically, I understand it's a big thing. I
Mhm.
try not to get in my emotions. So,
Mhm.
but and there's a lot of things that has happened that people don't know nothing about. Like I've helped a lot of people that were homeless.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
People that were homeless and now they living in 4 bedroom houses and stuff like that. Like,
Beautiful thing.
yeah, a lot of people. A lot. It's a lot. You know.
Yes.
But I've had people break down and cry. You know, in
Wow. Okay.
their emotion, and
Mhm.
I almost wish that I could cry with them because I probably just sitting there with the same face I got right now. You know, but that's I'm not emotional. So, but
That
I've done
makes
a lot. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that makes a lot of sense because even if you're not shedding those tears, just even energetically, right, you will probably help them in that moment because, the
Yeah.
intention set and, and all of that. So even though you're not shedding the tears, and there's power in being able to um, have control over your emotions or, you know what I'm saying? There's
I,
power in that to me.
I think for a man, it's the most powerful thing you could do. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? A lot of these brothers out here so emotional. That's how you get in trouble. You know what I mean? If you can think past your emotions, you could control the outcome of your life. You
Mhm.
know, because emotions just get people in trouble a lot. I mean, let me not say that.
It can.
Some, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. If you don't control them, and it ain't that I don't feel nothing. It's
Mhm.
just I feel it for a short term and let it go past. Because I don't want to stay in an emotional state for too
Absolutely.
long.
I feel like that's elevated way of being, right? That's really being in tune with your higher self when you're able to respect the emotion to come through because you're not resisting by saying, nah, I ain't gonna feel that.
Right.
You acknowledge it and you let it flow through because there
Hmm.
was a speaker I can't think of right now that talked about basically emptying yourself out, being able to empty out. Because I think a lot of times, I can even say for me, in my past, definitely, I would harbor those emotions. I would harbor that. And then it's just a snowball from there where it
You
starts
know,
emptying
Lisa,
my
that's
body.
dangerous.
Oh,
That's
I
dangerous,
learned
love.
that. That's why I said previously, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
even there's a whole lot.
Hmm.
Just even with the death of my father in
Hmm.
2023, there were a lot of things that I knew I needed to change and shift and stuff like that. So, I'm about doing the work, the shadow work, all of that work to get to the root, right? Like my elder
Yeah.
was like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I learned I can't harbor those emotions. And it's important
Right.
for people
Yeah.
there's a process for it.
Hmm.
Not that you
Hmm.
shouldn't be human first, because people have heard me say that on the show. Be human first, right? You got to be
Yeah.
human first,
Yeah.
but it's a matter of just having that right process so that you are actually getting the benefit of what you're supposed to get from whatever it is, that emotion, if you will. So that's all I
Yeah,
have.
I think that when we stay and thank you for sharing that. And I think that when we stay in a elongated emotional state, we harm ourselves because we don't there's something on the other side of that emotion that we're supposed to get that's gonna help us move on to something better. And if we stay right there, you pushing whatever's on the other side way away from you. You're pushing it out of your grasp, out of your reach, you know?
Absolutely.
That makes
Absolutely.
sense to you?
Listen. I was telling my mom, I said, I feel like my life is one big algorithm. I know it ain't. I was just joking around with
I
that.
hear you though.
This is actually something that I came across even just over the weekend, right? Because I do a lot of reading, a lot of studying, and a lot of research and stuff like
Me
that.
too.
Because, I'm in this, and that's just where I'm at. You know what I mean? Just seeking knowledge, seeking wisdom and stuff like that, so that I can, reach higher self. You know what I'm saying? I'm over just, I'm this close to touching her, right? But just to elevate to my higher self, that's one of the goals for me.
So let me find out we over here giving each other confirmation. We probably need to go and raid each other's libraries because sound
Oh,
like
I
we've
got
been on
some
the
book.
same path. I got
Oh,
some too.
what I found about the show, we're gonna get these questions real quick too.
Yeah.
I one thing that I've prayed for is divine connections, right? Because I don't believe in accidents and coincidences and stuff like that. I believe every person is a chain in my good. Everybody is a chain in my good, right? And and I call my guests divine connections because I feel like, in some kind of way we complement, or I don't know, we our paths are similar, or it's something you have that I need, something I need that you have, or even for my listeners, right? So I just call them divine connections because even if it's not for me, you may be for my listeners. The guests have been for my listeners, and listeners for guests. That so I just call it connections. So
Absolutely. It's in some kind of way, some form.
some form,
Yeah.
because what you go through in life, what your purpose is, you spoke on purpose earlier, and every single experience, relationship, it happened for a reason, right? And I feel like we all have a story to tell, not just with purpose, but even with these relationships of all kinds. We all have a story to tell. And it could actually help somebody to elevate somebody else, to help grow somebody else, and even if it's just growth with self. So yeah,
Absolutely. And every instance, every occurrence can affect different people different ways. We could this same conversation right here can help somebody on one level and somebody else could get a whole nother blessing out of it. You know what I mean?
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Even if that is taking the pressure off, even if it's the simple take the pressure off, right?
Knowing that somebody else out here feeling the same thing you do is enough sometimes. Like, damn,
Oh
man, I
yeah.
thought that was just me.
It ain't just me. Look, it ain't just my
Yeah.
score falling. Let's get to
Yeah, I saw your shoulders go down. I saw
I
you
know, right?
when I said everybody, you was like, oh, okay, bet.
It ain't just me, right? Okay, I see you. I see you paying attention to the nonverbal cues. I'm actually teaching that.
Absolutely. Have to.
All right, so let's see. All right, so let's get to a few of these questions because we're about to wrap it up. Because I told you I was like, I ain't gonna keep you the whole time. I'm gonna let you get out of here. All right, so
I'm
let's see.
having a good time with y'all though.
Yeah, that's what we do on the soup. Let's see here. So, okay, so Dino, we got your question. What makes a good relationship remain a good relationship? What makes a good relationship remain a good relationship, would you say?
Two people being their true selves.
True,
You know what I
authentic.
mean? Yeah, authenticity. If it's as long as it's in authenticity, I don't believe you can go wrong. And people don't mind conversing with each other in authenticity and accept each other for who they are. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
I agree.
Actually,
I
yeah,
do.
that was a good question.
Very good question. We see you. We see you. Thank you so much. All right, so let's see here. Okay, Jason. Hi, Jason. Thanks so much for joining me. Joining us. I really appreciate you. How can I be a guest? DM me. We can talk about it. Jason says cash is power, for real, not being negative. Okay.
Well, hold on. Wait a minute.
You want to go back?
I like.
Let me dial it back. I'm gonna dial it back. Let's see here. There we go. Cash is power, for real, not being negative.
Right. So I think he's saying he'd rather have cash than credit. And I'm not saying that this world is a or world. This ain't an or world. This is a and world. You know what I mean? So yeah. You may be looking at it, Mr. Wheeler, as cash or credit. I look at it as cash and credit. You know what I mean? So like, and shit, if I ain't mistaken, they trying to get rid of cash, ain't they?
Yeah.
Cash can't be that powerful if it's on its way out.
That makes a lot of sense because little by little, there's little. If you watching, if you
digital, you better get your digital wallet together.
Okay, so let's see here. So Vicky Young says, "What does your brand stand for?"
My brand stands for overcoming the struggle with all odds stacked against you. You know what I mean? Believing in yourself and believing in God and the power of you and God together.
Absolutely.
Overcome anything.
Absolutely. Let's see here. So Dino says, sorry about my name. My name is Egypt. Okay, Egypt. I love that.
Go ahead then, Egypt. You need to take Dino Nugget off then and put Egypt up there. That's beautiful.
That's power. That's
your
power,
name too beautiful.
You hear me?
Tiptoeing around your real name like that.
There's power in the name now, Egypt. There's power in the name. Okay. I do agree. God is the root and the top of all relationship. Absolutely. I do believe that we all have purpose and will meet those who are going to try and demolish it or support it. That's real. That's real.
Thank you, Egypt.
That's real. Let's see here. Anthony.
Bob. Hold on. Wait a minute. You know him?
I do.
That's my brother right there.
Okay. Hey, Ant. Thanks for joining us. He says, yes, sir. Transparency and authenticity. Absolutely. Let's see here.
I want to congratulate that brother on becoming a ordained minister. You know what I mean? Never mind. I'm glad you did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you went on through with it, brother. I always saw that in your future. So congratulations.
Congratulations. Absolutely. That's a beautiful thing. We got, there we are. Hey, Minister Ezel 317. Thank you. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to bring on a couple of more comments. D. Artest, Daniel Artest, thanks so much for joining us. Dope Show, Lisa Hardest. I try to make it do what to do. I try to do what I do. Gratitude. Thank you. Yes. Let's see.
God be the glory, man. Yes, sir.
Always. Let's see here. And what Power Up says, what has he learned over the years from people he worked with and the industry itself? Which industry?
I'm in the music business. I do credit and taxes. Which industry? If I could know what industry he was talking about. Come back, Power Up, when you get a chance and clarify. What's she asking right there?
So Sandra is saying, I just want to say we appreciate all you do, and even though you may not know it, you touch a lot of our lives and help us to want to help others more. So thank you.
Thank you, Miss Martin. I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all.
I love this. I love the love. See, to me, this helps to bridge the wedge. You know, this just even conversations like that and like this, you know, just even with, you know, men and women, specifically Black men and women, we're able to just have these conversations and we growing, you know, we planting seeds and it's positive, right? So hopefully this helps to bridge some of the wedge that's in our community. So That's all I got to say about that. Many hats and many lanes.
Yes, sir. All
Empowered
of them.
us, all of
Okay.
them. This is our last
All
question.
right. Well, in the music business, what I've learned is that it's business. That's for all of them. Get on your business. Know your business. It's so much that we don't know about the business of business, period. And I'm not saying I know everything. I got a whole lot. I stay studying. Let me see if I could lift this up. That's just a piece of my in that
I see.
in
Yeah.
there's a right there's some
Mhm.
books, and over here there's some books. But in my office, I have a whole nother little baby library going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had to study. And nowadays, I think that, shit, excuse me, baby, I don't mean to be cussing on your show. But like when I wake up, I'm probably running through and I work out, and I got my gym right over there. You know what I mean? I'm working out to bop. I'm working out to audio books. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I'm getting the knowledge in while I'm doing whatever. I'm multitasking, but we gotta stay studied up. And that's what I'd say. You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting under this AC and it's stopping me up. But
Same.
we have to stay studied up,
Mhm.
We I think somewhere in a good book, I don't want to say what, I don't know what good book I read it in, but it said my people perish due to a lack of knowledge. You see what I'm saying? So like, somebody can come and out business you. You can work hard as hell building something, creating something, and somebody can come and out business you in a contract and swindle you right out of it. You know what I mean? So like, we got to protect ourselves with knowledge.
Absolutely. All right. So before we get out of here, I want you to finish this sentence for me.
Mm-hmm. Is it
Well,
one or is it a couple?
I'll do one. Okay.
We can do it lightning round.
Okay. Let me do a couple. Okay.
Don't do that. Don't be like that, Lee. Come on. We here now.
Okay. So wealth is
Mandatory.
I love that. Legacy is
Do I get one word or multiple words?
whatever. However you want to finish that sentence.
Legacy is what I do it all for.
I love it. I love it. Faith is
as important as you believe it is.
I love that. I love that. What about the world needs more?
Jimmy McLeod.
I know that's right. All right. Tell all my listeners where they can find. Now, I put it in there. It's Jim E. Mac Live across all platforms, right?
Yeah. Just right. Like it's spelled on here on the screen.
Yes, I put it in a thread. So please hit Mr. Everything up. All right. For your questions. Bop, right? Bop. Is there any more? Let's see here.
Thank y'all for showing up. I love y'all.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for your time. Thanks for sharing your truths and this knowledge. I really appreciate you. So
I hope that I did good on your show. You know what I mean? I was just being myself. So
that's what it is. Being yourself. That's it. That's all you had to come with. Just you.
Thank you for having me.
It's gonna plant seeds where it needs to. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, until I'm going to go ahead and let you go wrap up this show. Cause look, some of my listeners know it's a Tuesday. This is my longest day. And I'm surprised y'all ain't heard my stomach growling. Cause it's time.
Go get you something to eat. I already put mine down.
Hey, so one day I'm just going to have my plate right here and I'm just going to be munching, talking to y'all for real.
I'm looking at mine right now.
I know that's right.
I ain't want to do your show like that, yeah, go get you something to eat. Thank you, Giovanni. Appreciate you.
Yes, yes, yes. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and let you go and wrap this thing up. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Peace and blessings. Bye bye.
Peace and blessing, love and light. All right, so you heard it here first. So I know that y'all have some questions and stuff like that. Definitely. Let me see if I can bring it up. Can I bring it up right quick? Yeah. It's Jim E. Mac Live across all platforms, y'all. So make sure that y'all are hitting Jim up, get them jewels, right? Make appointments, all of that, right? Because it's you. It's you, and he's going to help to better you, right? He's going to plant seeds to help you better you. But you got to be ready to receive them, right? You absolutely have to be ready to receive them. Absolutely. All right. So let's see here. Before I close, now y'all already know that I love to have affirmation, right? So let me go ahead, and this affirmation is kind of long, so I'm just going to read it and I'll put it in a thread. So the affirmation for today is: I release every belief that says lack is my inheritance. Divine wisdom opens my mind to opportunities that were always meant for me. I am a wise steward of every dollar, every relationship, and every opportunity placed in my hands. My work blesses others, and because I freely give value, abundance flows back to me in expected and unexpected ways. Doors open that no fear can close. My mind is prosperous. My heart is generous. My family is covered. My future is secure. I walk in favor, wisdom, increase, and peace. And so it is. Right? So I'm going to leave y'all with that. I hope that y'all walked away with some positive seeds. Let me go ahead and do my housekeeping so I can get out of here, y'all. Right? I was like, one day they're going to hear my stomach growling. Right? All right. So you should be liking, subscribing across all platforms. On YouTube, it's Relationship Soup. Period. You got to put the period. Come and join the forum. We can have more conversations like this in the forum too. It's Relationship Soup Group. If you want to follow me, it's Relationship Soup LLC. If you want to be a guest on the show, let me know. I'm with it. Let's talk about it, right? And of course, y'all already know what's going to come. Hello, me. This is my 100-page affirmation book that's available across various platforms, from Apple to Kindle to Amazon to the Children's Museum of Indianapolis. Hello Me is there. There's hard copy, paperback, and ebook, y'all. So get y'all copies. Bless that baby. Bless them babies with positive outlook, positive words, because even like Mr. Everything said, starts with self. It starts with you, right? So plant those seeds early. Let's see here. What else? And thank y'all so much for y'all comments. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. So let me see. Is there anything else that I want to say before I get out of here? I think that's all the comments here. So of course, it starts with you. Love yourself. And until we meet next time, oh yeah, look out for the next show, y'all. I'm going to be putting it out there, right? So I hope to see you all there. But anyway, it's going to be good. So until we meet next time, peace.